सतीपुत्रमत्र स्वरूपं रूपं तस्या व्रजमुरुपुरी माथुरीं गोष्ठवाटीं राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरमहो राधिका माधवासां प्राप्तो यस्य प्रथितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वैभव पुरी गोस्वामी नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने। अजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावदातौ संकीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ। हेलोदुलितखेदया विशदया प्रन्मीलदामोदया साम्यशास्त्रविवादया रसदया चितार्पितोन्मादया शाश्वतभक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदया निधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया। तस्या अपार रससार विलासमूर्तेः रानन्दकन्द परमाद्भुत सौख्यलक्ष्म्यः ब्रह्मादिदुर्गमगति वृषभानुजाया कैङ्कर्यमेव मम जन्मनि जन्मनि स्यात्। हा देवी काकुभरगद्गदयाद्य वाचा जाचे निपत्य भुवि दण्डवत उद्भटार्तिः अस्य प्रसादमबुधस्य जनस्य कृत्वा गन्धर्विके निजगणे गणनां विधेहि। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं नय मां शरणान्तिकम्। राधे वृन्दावनाधीशे करुणामृतवाहिनी कृपया तव पादाब्जे दास्यं मह्यं प्रदीयताम्। हे देव हे दयित हे भुवन एकबन्धो हे कृष्ण हे चपल हे करुणैक सिन्धो हे नाथ हे रमण हे नयनाभिराम हा हा कदानुभवितासि पदं दृशोर्मे नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहितावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्रसेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम्। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my innumerable sashtang dandavas unto the lotus feet of my Guru Pada Padma. Nitala Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Ashtottara Sata Sri Śrīpād Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Mahārāj and pray his causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable sashtang dandavas unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace Nitala Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtottara Sata Sri Śrīpād Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Mahārāj and pray his causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable sashtang dandavas unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace Nitala Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtottara Sata Sri Śrīpād A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Mahārāj Srila Prabhupada and pray his causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable sashtang dandavas unto the lotus feet of all Guru Paramparas, Guru Vargas, and pray their causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable Sashtang Dandavas unto the lotus feet of His Holiness Tridandi Swami Bhakti Vedanta Sajjana Mahārāj, Tridandi Swami Bhakti Vedanta Bhagavata Mahārāj, Tridandi Swami Bhakti Vedanta Padmanabha Mahārāj, then to all present Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, ladies and gentlemen, and pray the causeless mercy of all. Yesterday we were releasing sweetness of Radharani's glories with the combination of the glories of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Today also one more auspicious day and more mercy of Haridas Thakur. All Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki. In the morning class you were listening from Lotus Mouth of Padmanabha Mahārāj about glories of Haridas Thakur. So I am not going to discuss in detail. I will give some highlights only on his Nirjan. Because today is his Nirjan. How Mahaprabhu was respecting Haridas Thakur, and through Haridas Thakur Mahaprabhu wanted to teach to us in this material world how Lord is under control of the love and affection and devotion of a devotee. Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead, but for others, not for the Premi Bhaktas. Premi Bhaktas, he is under control of devotees. So, he proved in Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. How we will discuss now. One day, Govinda went to Haridas Thakur with Jagannath Prasad, which was remnant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, both Mahaprasad, not only Jagannath. Jagannath Prasad and again eaten by Mahaprabhu. So double the Maha. So now Govinda went, but today was surprised. Why? Today Haridas Thakur was abnormal condition. He was sleeping and eyes were half closed and the chanting was very slow. Manda japati. Means very slowly, no loud voice. So he did not wake up. Although Govinda was present there. Then Govinda at last asked to Haridas Thakur. Yes. Oh Haridas Thakur, please come and receive Mahaprasad. Then Haridas Thakur said, excuse me, I cannot receive today. Why? Because I could not complete my number of chantings. Then Govinda said, but it is Mahaprabhu's order, you have to receive this. Then Haridas Thakur said, yes, that is true also. I cannot disrespect Mahaprasad. And I cannot eat also. So I am in dilemma now. What to do? If I don't receive, it is disrespect. And if I receive also, I will lose my vow. Because he had taken a vow, without chanting 300,000, means 3 lakh, he will not receive the Mahaprasad. And now, due to this old age, he is unable to complete. And today he did not complete. That's why Mahaprabhu chose him Namacharya Haridas Thakur. All our Goswamis were there, but for Harinam preaching, he chose to Haridas Thakur only. Because our no Goswami externally exhibited 300 lakh with counting. So he gave the title or designation Namacharya to Haridas Thakur because he was doing only Harinam, nothing more. So Mahaprabhu preached Harinam through Haridas Thakur. So he is Namacharya. Rasacharya is Rupa Goswami. Prayojanacharya is Raghunath Das Goswami. So like this, he gave different designations to different Goswamis. But about Harinam Acharya, only Haridas Thakur. So, why? Because his only life and his soul is Harinam. Without Harinam, he was not eating, but for us, nothing, no problem. Gurudev spoke, you have to chant. Yes, Gurudev spoke. Let me think about myself. Gurudev, it is Gurudev's duty, he will speak. And it is my duty that I should chant or not, I will decide. That is why our condition, we are not improving. But Haridas Thakur was not like this. What Mahaprabhu was desiring, he was fulfilling. So, when we are obedient, sincere to Gurudev, Vaishnavas and Krishna, no mercy can be stopped. No one can stop. Mercy will be automatic. But when we are disrespecting, then offense coming. Due to offense, we will have so many problems. But if we are obedient, in this material world, there is no any energy who can stop us. If anyone stopping means we are disobedient. We are not sincere. Some mistake in our. Otherwise, whole material energy united cannot do anything. So many devotees proved this. We are unable to prove because this is our weakness. Dhruva Maharaj proved. Prahlad Maharaj proved. Nowadays I think there is no one powerful person who is more than Hiranyakashipu. Impossible now. Hiranyakashipu was a conqueror of 3 worlds. But nowadays it is very difficult to get one person who is conqueror of whole world. Very difficult. So, according to my vision, there is no such powerful personality who is more than Hiranyakashipu now. But still, we are unable to defeat them. And Prahlad Maharaj was very easily he was defeating Hiranyakashipu without any endeavor. He was not doing anything. But we are doing many things, but still we are unsuccessful. Why? We are not so powerful. Why? Because we have no sincerity. We are listening only through 1 year old Guru and Vaishnava's words, scripture words, and taking out through other holes. So we are not sincere. That is why our bhajan is not nishtha. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, there are 2 kinds of bhajan. One is nishtita bhajan, second is anishtita bhajan. Large quantity of, huge quantity of, long time anishtita bhajan may not give perfection quickly. Large number of, long time anishtita bhajan may not give perfection immediately. But less quantity of, less time of nishtita bhajan will give perfection immediately. Why? Because Lord is pleased with nishtha. But without nishtha, He knows that we have no taste for Him. So God sees our heart, what we are thinking. It is not important what we are chanting. It is very important how we are chanting. How we are chanting, that is most important. Krishna is looking that one. He is not looking external and outside an object person. He is looking the heart. So Haridas Thakur was very obedient to Mahaprabhu. What was Mahaprabhu's desire, he was strictly following. And he came to participate and assist in Mahaprabhu's mission to fulfill his desires. So he was strictly following. And till now, he was fulfilling and making happy to Mahaprabhu. But today he is repenting himself. And he is not agreed to receive Mahaprasad today. Why? From today onward, he is unable to fulfill Mahaprabhu's desire. He thought himself. So today he is thinking, I don't want to receive Mahaprasad. Why? Because Sankhya Punna nahi hai. Today I could not complete my numbers. But I cannot disrespect to Mahaprasad also. So he took Ekal Rancha Laya. Rancha means very small quantity. Rancha in Bengali. In Bengali, Rancha means very small quantity. He recited the verse, Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Svalpa Punya Matang Rajan Vishwasa Naivadaya. Don't send the Mahaprasad, what is Sarira Vidyala Gadendra, no. It is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This verse is recited by Haridas Thakur. So Mahaprasada Govinda, it is ancient. But Sarira Vidyajal is compiled by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So this is for our. So he honored in according to scripture, ancient scripture, that is Mahaprasade Govinde Namam Brahmani Vaishnave Spalpa punya vatang rajan vispasa naivayate. With honor he took one runs and received. Then Govinda went and he informed to Mahaprabhu. After listening this from Govinda, Mahaprabhu immediately came to see Haridas Thakur. Mahaprabhu at the entrance of Haridas Thakur, he asked, "Oh Haridas Thakur, apni achen kemon?" Achen kemon means how are you? Then Haridas Thakur replied, "Sharira sustha hai, asustha buddhiman." Sharira sustha hai, asustha buddhiman. Oh my dear Mahaprabhu, physically I am okay. But asustha buddhiman, my intelligence, my mind is now sick. Then Mahaprabhu asked, "What is your disease?" Then Haridas Thakur said, "The disease is I am unable to complete my number of chantings." Then Mahaprabhu said, "You need not complete. You are now old and you are siddha, you are perfect. So you no need to chant large quantity of number. So why you are chanting? You can chant less number of Harinam." Then Haridas Thakur said, "If I am unable to chant the names, what is the value of keeping this body? So I don't want to eat, I want to give up this body. But oh my Mahaprabhu, please bless me one thing, my one humble request, that I am guessing you that you are going to disappear. And I don't want to this scenery in my eyes. So please don't disappear prior to me. So I am humbly requesting to you that you let me one boon." What is that boon? "Hrudaye dharimun tomar kamal charan. Nayana dekhimun tomar chanda vadan. Mukhete uchariva tomar Sri Krishna Chaitanya naam." Oh my Lord, please bless me that prior to your disappearance, let me keep your lotus feet on my heart and let your lotus face to see by my eyes and let my lips to chant your transcendental name Sri Krishna Chaitanya and give up this body. Please kindly grant this." Then Mahaprabhu said, "If Krishna wants, this will be possible." Although he is Supreme Personal Godhead Krishna, but Mahaprabhu is the personification of Trunadapi Sunij. Why? There is some reason. Why for Mahaprabhu nothing was impossible. He is Supreme Personal God, it is true. So what is necessity of showing that Trunadapi Sunij? Why? Mahaprabhu tested in previous pastime that if no humbleness, it is very difficult to attract people. Why? In Dwapar Yug, when he was Krishna, he spoke Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita he spoke, "Aham hi sarvajajnanam bhokta ja prabhureva cha mata parataram nanya kinchidasti dhananjaya." I am only enjoyer of all sacrifice, everything, and I am the superior to all. There is no one superior to me. So when Krishna spoke in Bhagavad Gita, then many of them they studied. At last, many persons they thought, "Oh, Krishna is arrogant." Krishna is arrogant because he is speaking only I am. So many they did not agree to follow him. What to speak others, even the glance example is Duryodhana. Duryodhana did not listen to Krishna. Prior to commencement of Mahabharata fighting, Krishna was sent by Yudhishthira Mahārāj as a messenger of peace. And he went to stop Mahabharata fighting. And that is very big story. Mahabharata I am not going to all, only I will put on the point. In Mahabharata in detail this is. So as a messenger of peace, Krishna went there. When Krishna went there and he asked, Duryodhana asked, "Kesav, what for you come?" And he arranged to please Krishna. not to participate in Mahabharata fighting on behalf of Pandavas. So he wanted to please him by service. But Krishna did not eat immediately. He said, I have come on my duty. What is that duty? As a messenger of peace, so I have to speak something. Then Duryodhana said, yes, you will speak, no problem, but let us eat first. Then Krishna said, no, I will not eat now. But Duryodhana called all the best cooks in whole world. Especially at that time, most efficient, best cooks were in Aryavarta. In India, Aryavarta is very famous cooks were there. So Duryodhana invited all best cooks and prepared so many delicious, nutritious, very sweet items, so that if Krishna will eat, he will be pleased. But Krishna did not eat. When Duryodhana requested to eat, Krishna said, I will not eat. Then, I am not hungry. Then Duryodhana said, why? Krishna said, person is eating in three conditions. What are they? If one is abhava. Abhava means if one who has no food, if you give him, he will eat. You give a beggar anything, immediately we eat. Because he is hungry. Beggar, so he is abhava. Beggar has no money, so he is eating. Second is prabhava. If you have no hunger also, but if you have influence, for example, if President of the country, if Obama will come and give you something to eat, you cannot deny immediately. Because he is number one citizen of the country. So it is not easy to deny him. So by his influence, to respect him, although you have no hunger, you can, yes, please give. Although no hunger, you will receive to honor him. So this is prabhav. And Krishna said, I have no abhav. Because Lakshmis are doing my service. You go to Dwaraka. What you are showing your Hastinapur. If you see my Dwaraka, your Hastinapur will become nothing in front of my Dwaraka. And you have only this opulence. I have 16,108 queens. So there is no scarcity of food stuff for me. So I have no abhav. So I cannot eat. Second is prabhava. So under influence of prabhava, personality, one can eat, although no hungry. But you have no prabhav to me. Why? I am looking in my whole life that you did not do anything which will influence me. Always you did so many mischievous activities. You did not do any ideal activity by which I will be pleased. So you have no influence to me. And if one is no abhav, if one has no prabhav also, but in one condition one can eat. What is that? Bhava. Duryodhana, you have no bhava. Always you are jealous to me. Always you are envious to me. Always you are criticizing me. So you have no bhava in your heart towards me, so I don't eat. So like this, Krishna denied. Then Duryodhana was able to understand that Krishna will not come to my side. Then he arrested him. He went to arrest to Krishna. Then Krishna manifested universal form. So they could not do anything. And Krishna went to Vidura to eat there. And prior to this, when Krishna said, oh Duryodhana, you please don't fight. Because if you fight, there will be very heavy loss for both Pandavas and Kauravas. So you don't fight. If you are desirous of taking Hastinapur, you can take. 5 Pandavas, they have no complaint. Only you give one village for every brother. 5 villages only. You take whole kingdom of Hastinapur. Then Duryodhana's reply was, Suchagram Medining Naivadasyami Bina Duddhena Kesava. Oh Kesava, you are asking a lot. 5 villages. I cannot give. What to speak about 5 villages? Suchagram Medining. That quantity of land which will sit on the tip of the needle, that I am also not agreed to give without fighting. What to speak about 5 villages? So Duryodhana did not listen. Why? Because Duryodhana has one vision that Krishna is arrogant. Because Mata Paratarang Nanya and Ahami Sarvajnana Bhokta Cha Prabhu Revacho. he was speaking this Bhagavad Gita. So many people after, like Duryodhana, after that studying Bhagavad Gita, they did not accept Krishna as an ideal. So they thought Krishna is arrogant. Then Krishna thought after this disappearance, in which form I should go, so that all people will be attracted. Because in Krishna form, although I am all attractive, but still there was some defect. I could not attract like Duryodhana, Jarasandha, Shishupala, Dantavakra. I could not attract. So now in this form, I should not exhibit any arrogance. I will become meek and humble. That's why now Krishna took the principle of Trunadapi Sunicena Tarapi Saistuna Amanina Manadana Kirtanya Sadhani. So now Mahaprabhu, he himself practiced and taught Trunadapi Sunica. So that all people, including Mayavadis, Yogis, Karmis, all were attracted. Wherever Mahaprabhu was going, all were attracted. Most arrogant are Mayavadis. But all Mayavadis, the greatest learned scholar, the topmost number one Nayayika was Sarvam Bhattacharya. In whole India, topmost Nayayika. Means the guru of, topmost guru of Nyaya philosophy and Vedanta, logic, was Sarvam Bhattacharya. He was also influenced by Mahaprabhu. And in Kashi also, Prakashananda, he was also influenced. Why? By the humbleness of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu was sitting at the corner on the ground, and all the Mayavadi sannyasis, they became surprised. How? He is a sannyasi and sitting on the ground. So only looking him, all they changed. What to speak after listening and speaking? Because Mahaprabhu now thought I should not adopt all the principle of Krishna. So he now exhibited everywhere humility. So by that humility he was able to attract everyone. So Haridas Thakur also very meek and humble in front of Mahaprabhu. So today Mahaprabhu said, if Krishna wants, your desire will be fulfilled. But oh Haridas, I don't want to leave you. Why? Because if you go, how will you relish the sweetness of Harinam Sankirtan? And by your association I am feeling happiness. Then Haridas Thakur said, oh my dear Lord, why you are thinking for a small ant? I am like a small ant. You have so many big personality your jiva in whole Brahman. If a small ant is dying, what is the loss to the planet? I am like a small ant. So how meek and humble? Who is Prahlad Maharaj himself, who is Brahma, the first living being of this universe. He is saying that I am like a small ant. So if a small ant is dying, what is loss to the planet? So you don't worry for that. You have so many big personalities and associate to help you. So, oh my Lord, please let me go according to my desire. Then Mahaprabhu smiled. And he went to take bath in ocean. Then next day, after taking bath in ocean and went to Jagannath Mandir, and after looking to Lord Jagannath, he brought Mahaprasad and now came with so many devotees. Then he came to the Bhajana Kutir of Haridas Thakur. When Haridas Thakur saw to Mahaprabhu, then Haridas Thakur did Dandavat. Then all the devotees who came with Mahaprabhu, they did Harinam Sankirtan. Then Haridas Thakur respect to all devotees, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Haridas Thakur sat and took Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, put on the heart. And he saw by his eyes to the lotus face of Mahaprabhu. Then he started chanting, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya. By chanting this transcendental name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave up the body. Bol Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Bol Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki jai. So when Haridas Thakur left the body, Mahaprabhu was so attached to that body. Jai Bhakti-Vedanta-Padmanabha Mahārāj ki. You see, Mahaprabhu gave the example that Vaishnava's body, when they are giving up, that is not contaminated. But we are thinking sometimes, even Vaishnava, to touch we are hesitating. But if one is non-Vaishnava, that is completely contaminated. But for a Vaishnava who spent his whole life only in bhajan, service of Guru, Vaishnava and Krishna, by chanting only Harinam, only by devotional practice, his body is pure. So we should not treat his body like a common human being's dead body. Then it is offensive. And Mahaprabhu is a teacher. That's why our Guru Maharaj was always speaking, most of his lectures, there is only one Acharya, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Acharya. All are only his followers. But real Acharya is only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He taught everything by practical. Whatever he was speaking, he was following himself. So here Mahaprabhu also teaching by example how we should treat to Vaishnava's body after disappearance also. So after giving up the body, Mahaprabhu took that body of Haridas Thakur and started dancing in ecstasy. Like Lord Shiva was dancing with the Sati's body. Sati. If Brahma and others, they would not come, it was going to be a big problem that time. If Brahma and others, they would not come and stop Shiva, then it was going to annihilate. Because Lord Shiva was in intoxication of that love. So he was dancing with that body of Sati. Why? Because Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, bodies are pure. So even God is not ready to give up this body, because this is transcendental. So when Haridas Thakur gave up the body, then immediately Mahaprabhu took the body and started dancing in ecstasy. And non-stop dancing, in full of ecstasy. So no external consciousness. When Svarūpa Damodara saw, oh, now Mahaprabhu is in transcendental ecstasy, unless I stop, big problem will come. So at last Svarūpa Damodara requested to Mahaprabhu to stop. Then Mahaprabhu came to external consciousness. Then Mahaprabhu said, let us go to give samadhi of Haridas Thakur's body. Then Svarūpa Damodara arranged all Sankirtana party with the associates of Mahaprabhu. Now Mahaprabhu is going in front with the Sankirtan, and Haridas Thakur is in the middle, and other devotees are in backside. With grand procession of Harinam Sankirtan, with greatest honor to the Haridas Thakur, Mahaprabhu is leading the Sankirtana party and going towards the ocean. So when they were going, whole of Puri was enchanted by Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan. And all were looking, all inhabitants of Jagannath Puri, they were looking. So what did happen? And all were surprised by looking the Mahaprabhu's dance and Haridas Thakur's body also. At last they arrived in the shore of ocean. Then Mahaprabhu took Haridas Thakur and bathed inside the ocean water. After that, he digged a place to put samadhi. Then Mahaprabhu put Haridas Thakur there. Then Mahaprabhu gave the Doro Prasad of Jagannath. Doro Prasad, understand? Rope, one rope. That rope is silk rope, which every day Jagannath is using. Every day changing that silk rope. So, because Pandas, they were giving every day to Mahaprabhu Prasad, Jagannath Prasad. And today, Mahaprabhu knows that Haridas Thakur will give up the body, so he specially bring to give Haridas Thakur this Doro Prasad of Lord Jagannath, Chandan Prasad of Lord Jagannath, and flower of Jagannath, and decorated to Haridas Thakur, and put Haridas Thakur in that samadhi, then cover the sand. Then after samadhi, Mahaprabhu made one fence to protect the samadhi, so that no one can touch the leg. So with greatest honor, Mahaprabhu completed the samadhi ceremony of Haridas Thakur. Then Mahaprabhu told to all devotees to take bath in again ocean. Then after taking bath for few minutes, then again Mahaprabhu came to the Haridas Thakur's samadhi. They did parikrama. After parikrama, then all devotees they returned. Then Mahaprabhu immediately went to Jagannath temple. In front of Jagannath temple, there were so many parisa, shopping, who are selling Mahaprasad. Shopkeepers. So they are called in Bengali parisa. So Mahaprabhu went and requested them, "Oh parisa, please give me some Mahaprasad today." He asked, "Why?" "Because today Haridas Thakur disappeared. I want to celebrate his Nirjana ceremony. So you please give for his service some Mahaprasad." After listening from Mahaprabhu, immediately all parisas, they gave huge quantity of, like baskets of Mahaprasad. Then Svarūpa Damodara Goswami stopped them. No, you stop. Then Svarūpa Damodara Goswami requested to Mahaprabhu to return to the Bhajan Kutir. Then Svarūpa Damodara Goswami stopped 4 Vaishnavas. Rest of the Vaishnavas let them to go to organize the ceremony. 4 Vaishnavas and 4 Pichada, means Bodhiya, who are carrier of Mahaprasad. So by 4 carriers, Svarūpa Damodara Goswami arranged the Mahaprasad for Haridas Thakur's Nirjana. And he ordered to the parisa that from every item you give one big basket, so that there will be no scarcity of any Mahaprasad. So under guidance of Svarūpa Damodara Goswami, parisas they sent huge quantity of Mahaprasad. Not only this, again Baninath Patnaik sent huge quantity of Mahaprasad. Not only this, again Kashi Mishra also sent huge quantity of Mahaprasad. So now there was very huge quantity of Mahaprasad for ceremony of Haridas Thakur. Now all devotees are assembled in the Bhajan Kutir of Haridas Thakur, and Mahaprabhu requested all of them to sit in row so that all will be respected by Mahaprasad. So all devotees they were sitting, and Mahaprabhu himself, he was very eager to serve devotees, distribution. And Mahaprabhu was so munificent, that's why his name is Namo Mahavadanya. He was very munificent. Whenever Mahaprabhu was giving, his hand was not small. Eko jane then Prabhu 5 jane prasad. When he was giving a 5% Mahaprasad to one. And you know, Mahaprabhu, I cannot eat. No, you eat more. Today is Haridas Thakur's Nirjana. Today is Haridas Thakur, you should eat more. Akanda bhajanam karo. You eat more. Mahaprabhu was giving more and more. 5%, 5 Vaishnavas Mahaprasad to one Vaishnava. And all Vaishnavas were thinking, oh, I cannot eat. Mahaprabhu, please, excuse me. Mahaprabhu was telling, don't worry, no problem, you eat more. Mahaprabhu's hand was not, Kaviraj Goswami was bound to write that in Mahaprabhu's hand, less quantity was not coming. Mahaprabhu's hand was coming, 5 devotees, Mahaprasad for one devotee. So, all devotees were feeling inconvenient to eat. Why? Because huge quantity. At last, Svarūpa Damodara Goswami was trying what to do. Then he requested to Mahaprabhu, oh Mahaprabhu, you please sit. Why? Because no devotee is starting now. You are giving huge quantity, but no devotee is ready to start now. Why? Because you did not sit. So please, you sit first and start, then other devotees will start. So by request of Svarūpa Damodara, then Mahaprabhu said, okay, I will sit, but who will distribute? Then Svarūpa Damodara said, you don't worry, we are sufficient to distribute. Then Svarūpa Damodara Goswami one, Jagadananda Pandit, then Kashishvara and Shankar. These 4 personalities, they were a distributor. That's why everybody is unqualified to distribute Mahaprasad or any distribution. In scripture, it is said, what is the qualification of a distributor? If you study, what is Samudrika scripture, in Samudrika scripture, all symptoms of human being are mentioned. So, it is also mentioned about the scripture, the qualification of a distributor. We should not engage everyone for distribution. If you engage everyone, distribution will not be perfect and all cannot be satisfied. That's why for a distributor, qualification also mentioned in scripture. There are many qualifications, but at least 4 we should remember. If we at least remember these four, then distribution will be perfect. What are they? A distributor should have one qualification, that is he should be apta. Apta. Apta means he should be friend or relative. He should not be enemy. We should not give to distribute Mahaprasad or any food to an enemy. Why? He may kill us. He may mix the poison and kill. So don't give the enemy to distribute. Otherwise there is chance of death. Be careful. It is denied not to give the enemy to distribute. So be careful. If we are not careful for this, chance of death. So a distributor should be apta, means own, relative, friend. Second qualification is dipta. A distributor should be dipta, means effulgent, very neat and clean. One who is cooking, immediately from kitchen he should not go to distribute. Because while here is different, but in India you see in kitchen very full of sweating and black. Yeah, ashes, all black. And in that condition if you go to distribute, people will not feel happy. Yeah. That's why denied. Distributor should be dipta, means very effulgent, very neat and clean. So that if devotees or person who are eating, they will see, they will be pleased only by looking how very beautiful. So if we beautiful and neat and clean, only by looking, those who are sitting on the road for eating, they will be very happy. So a distributor should have one qualification, that is dipta. He should be very beautiful. If not beautiful, also most important is clean, neat and clean. Cloth should be very neat and clean, no sweating. So that when distributing this perspiration will go to the food. So no. This if one is sweating should not go to distribute. Then people may not say, but they will not happy inside. Yeah, this is not qualification. So it is denied. Distributor should be apta and distributor should be dipta. Dipta means neat and clean. And the third one also one quality. What is that? A distributor should be apta, distributor should be dipta. And the third qualification is distributor should be tripta. Tripta. Tripta means he should be, who is distributing, he should be satisfied himself. For example, if he is distributing and while distributing, if he will think, if I distribute more, there will be nothing for me. So if he is not satisfied, if he himself is not satisfied, then he cannot give. If you ask also, he will not go, oh, no, there is no more. Why? Because he is thinking that if I give all, then there is nothing for me. So he cannot give. One who is fear about this, he should not distribute. Because
so
he
should eat before distribution.
Yes.
Make a plate.
Yes. Make plate, otherwise he will think, oh, if everything will finish, I cannot eat it. And his mind will have tension. So he cannot, in peaceful mind, he cannot distribute. So distribute should be tripta. If he will think about him only, then he cannot satisfy the public or devotees. So a distributor should be self-satisfied. Whether he should keep before or he should not worried for that. He should not be worried. If Krishna is keeping something for me, okay. Or if no, not rest also, no problem. I will be happy by looking devotees eating or serving prasad. If he is joyful in this mood, then Krishna sure keep something. Because Krishna is omniscient. If we are dedicated for devotees, and Krishna is very omniscient, and he knows, if one's propensity to do the service of Vaishnavas, there will be no scarcity of anything. So, a distributor should be tripta himself, means he should be self-satisfied. He should not be worried, or there will be some prasad for me or not. If he will be worried about him, If any devotee will ask, just he will take the only utensil. Oh, what do you want? What do you want? But if he ask, he will not give. Only for formality he will ask.
He'll keep the paneer
Yeah.
on the side
Yeah.
of the pot.
Yes.
Sweet
Yeah.
rice in the back.
Yes.
Like Radha can't provoke.
Yeah. Huh?
But Maharaj, you were saying that one should keep a plate for yourself before you give to other people.
If there is quantity, more you can keep.
But
If
that
he is
will
not.
be against the
But
Vaishnava
proper,
etiquette.
proper rule is not to keep. He should be self-satisfied.
Okay.
He should not
Automatically
worry.
satisfied. Okay.
The appropriate is he should not be worried. Otherwise, he should not come forward to distribute. That's why qualification is necessary. One who is very worried about himself, no need to come. But better you sit.
Jai Govinda is tripta, always.
One who is trupta, he will make others trupta. One who is self, he will make others trupta. And who is worried to eat for himself, but better he sit first. He should not distribute. And who are ready to tolerate all, and they are not worried for eating about themselves, then let them forward to distribute. So a distributor should be tripta. And these three qualifications is present or not, but one most important qualification necessary. If these three are there with the last one, then it is ornament and very beautiful. But if these three qualities are not present also, at least one quality is compulsory. Otherwise, distribution will not be perfect. What is that? A distributor should be a bhakta, devotee. Otherwise, if you distribute, he may not satisfy the devotee. You will see many sadhus, if they see distributor is not in the tilaka and proper dress of devotee, many sadhus they are not happy.
They are hired.
Ah,
When you have hired
Yeah.
cooks and hired
Yeah.
distributors.
yeah.
Maharaj, a little bit controversial question.
What?
So many like Vaishnavas, so-called Vaishnavas in India especially, they don't eat from Westerners, even though they are devotees. So is that aparat toward devotees or what is?
If he is devotee Vaishnava, no problem.
But some don't eat.
This is their own weakness.
Okay.
At least bhakta. Bhakta does not mean only Indian.
Yes.
Bhakta is bhakta. No Harasal, no Harasal. We are adding Indian or Western. It is scripture said bhakta only. So everything belongs to Krishna.
Maybe you can tell also after the Haridas Thakur and Advaitacharya.
Yeah. So now come to the point. So distribution. Now about distribution we understood that a distributor should be bhakta so that he can distribute perfectly and he can make everyone happy. So all these distributors were bhakta. Svarūpa Damodara Goswami, Jagadananda Pandita, Kashishwar and Shankar. All were devotees. So Mahaprabhu chose them to distribute because they were efficient distributors. All these qualities were present in them. So all devotees were satisfied. But if you don't follow this and allow anyone, then if there is any envious person, he will knowingly give more and finish. So there will unnecessarily people will throw away and there will be scarcity. So a properly educated, qualified person should only distribute, then it is perfect. So for a distribution also, qualification is necessary, but we don't take care for this. But it is because distribution also one service, and you can make very easily offense Vaishnavas by Mahaprasad. By Mahaprasad you can displease a devotee very easily, and you can please a Vaishnava very easily also by prasad. If there is a let in prasad, then all the Vaishnava will tension also. If you feed them and serve them in proper time with love and affection, with good Mahaprasad, then they will be very happy. Oh, very nice, very nice. But if you will little late and no proper arrangement, very easy to make unhappy also. So by prasad, we can make very easily Vaishnavas happy also. So for distribution, we should select good devotees who are expert and who are possessing all these qualities, then there will be no problem at all. But if we give everyone, we can only adjust, but it may not be satisfactory. So after that, all devotees they received Mahaprasad. Then Mahaprabhu gave chandan paste, sandalwood paste to the all Vaishnavas who were serving Mahaprasad. Then one garland to everyone. Then Mahaprabhu said, today in the ceremony of Nirjan of Haridas Thakur, who participated in the Sankirtan, in the Samadhi, who gave the sand, who covered, who participated in any service of Haridas Thakur's Nirjan, and after that, who came and participated in this feast of Mahaprasad, all will get Krishna Prem. Gaur Premanande Hari. That's why Mahaprabhu gave the example. That is why Acharyas or Vaishnavas, appearance and disappearance ceremony is most important. We should not neglect. Only participation also give bhakti. This is Mahaprabhu's blessing. Haridas Thakur, he said, who participated, even who could not participate, all who came here and took prasad, then also he will have Krishna Prem. And Mahaprabhu then he declared in front of all devotees, Haridas Thakur thilla Prithivira Shiromani. Tahamina Ratna Sunya Haila Medin. Haridas Thakur was the crest jewel of earth planet. And by his disappearance, this earth planet lost very valuable gem. And he glorified Haridas Thakur. So you see how Lord is under control of prema of devotee. That he is very eager to glorify his devotees. And Kaviraj was saying, Mahaprabhu is becoming five mouth to glorify glories of Haridas Thakur. He is feeling, although he is Supreme Person Godhead, he is feeling my one mouth is insufficient to glorify his glories. So he was, the purpose of speaking is, it does not mean that Mahaprabhu became four-mouthed and four-headed. The mood of his glorification was in such a way that Kaviraj was saying, thought Mahaprabhu was so eager to glorify the Vaishnavas. So Mahaprabhu set one example that, which our Acharyas, Vaishnavacharyas wrote in their songs, Vaishnavara Gunagan Karile Jivaratran. If we will glorify the Vaishnavas, then we will be liberated from bondage of Maya. So, Vaishnavas glorification is necessary. Only by glorification we will have Krishna Prem.
Vaishnavara Gunagan
And Karile Jivaratran.
Karile
Jivaratran. So, now Mahaprabhu is giving example, he himself is glorifying Haridas Thakur. And at last, Mahaprabhu said and blessed that who participated in this ceremony, all will attain Krishna Prem. Bol Haridas Thakur ki jai. Bol Sriman Mahaprabhu ki jai. So by this brief description of Haridas Nirjan, we will give rest here. Then we will proceed our topic, Radha-tattva. Huh?
Sorry to ask
Huh,
about
what?
Advaitacharya.
What?
Advaitacharya Haridas Thakur. We didn't speak that today, but it's very. You mentioned because Pankaj Prabhu asked this question, and we've also noticed this topic, and I thought it would be nice to hear more on Haridas Thakur and this Leela with Advaitacharya and all of the
Brahmanas.
That one.
Chapel.
Yes.
Gopal Chapel.
Hmm? Sorry?
You tell too many Leela, then no time for Radha.
Ah.
This is very helpful.
This is very important.
It's his
Which
day.
pastime? That Sadha.
Yes, Radha.
Oh, the
It's
Shraddha.
not easy to understand.
So when Advaita Church was going to celebrate the Shraddha ceremony of his father, and he wanted to feed the Brahmanas, because it is a custom on the Shraddha day ceremony of forefathers, we should serve Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Then forefathers will be happy. But at that time when Advaita Acharya was going to celebrate the Shraddha ceremony of his forefather or father, then he did not go to invite the so-called Karmakandi Brahmanas. He gave the first pot of Shraddha to Haridas Thakur. Then Haridas Thakur, no, I am not a Brahman, you call Brahman, etc. Because you should give to Brahman, I am non-Brahmin, so I am not qualified to receive that. Then Advaita Acharya said, Tumi khaile hoy koti Brahmana bhajan. If you will accept or receive this Mahaprasad for my father, then I will attain the result of eating 1 crore Brahmanas. Only by Haridas Thakur. Why? Because a Vaishnava, in Vaishnava, the quality of Brahmana is present. But a Brahmana may not be Vaishnava.
20 million.
Huh? What is difference? Brahmana may not be Vaishnava sometimes. But Vaishnava is always Brahmana. In Vaishnava, Brahmana quality is there. But in Brahmana may not be Vaishnava quality. Brahmana may be a karmi, jnani, yogi or atheist also. So, Vaishnava is superior to Brahmana. Why? In Vaishnava, Brahmana quality is there. But in Brahmana, Vaishnava quality may not present. That's why Advaita Acharya said that Tumi bhojan kail hoy koti Brahmana bhojan. Oh Advaita Acharya Thakur, oh Haridas Thakur, you don't worry. If you only eat, then I will attain the result of feeding 1 crore Brahmanas. So you don't worry for I have no time to search Brahmanas because you are here already. So if I search 1 crore Brahmana and bring and feed simultaneously, then also what I will get? I can get only by feeding to you. Why? You are pure Vaishnava. So by your service, I will attain the service of 1 crore Brahmanas. So here, Advaita Acharya set the example that how we should respect and honor Brahmanas, a Vaishnavas. So only Brahman is not sufficient. Brahman also respectable, but in comparison to Brahman and Vaishnava, Vaishnavas are superior. And it is spoken by himself, Sadasiv and Mahavishnu Advaita himself. So it cannot be untruth. So maybe some who are so-called Brahmanas and arrogant Brahmanas, they may complain. Let them complain, but the truth is truth always. Because they cannot tolerate this due to enviousness. So they cannot tolerate the glories of Vaishnavas, especially Karmakandi Brahmanas. So they want to only enjoy everything. They are not ready to give anything to Vaishnavas. So if someone is honoring to Vaishnava, they are very envious. So let them envious, but truth is truth, because it is given the example by Advaita Acharya himself. So if we are honoring a Vaishnava, then we are honoring a Brahman also, simultaneously. Because in Vaishnava, all Brahman quality is there. So Vaishnava is a Brahman also. But Brahmana may not be Vaishnava. It is very clearly explained by Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara Mahārāj. He compiled one scripture, Brahman and Vaishnava. So he clearly spoke in detail what is difference between Brahman and Vaishnava. So like this, with brief description of Advaita Acharya Haridas Thakur, we will proceed towards our Radha-tattva. So yesterday we were discussing about Radharani's name and how Radharani is very important tattva, which is explained by our Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara Thakur Prabhupada as a rahasya. Rahasya means very secret. And without good fortune and special mercy, no one can know about Radharani. As Radharani is. We may speculate that is different. That's why it is rahasya. That's why although many were listening from lotus mouth of Sukadeva Goswami Srimad Bhagavatam, but after end of Bhagavatam, only Parikshita Maharaj was highly benefited. And he was the bona fide listener. So many were unqualified. So they could not take the advantage of listening Srimad Bhagavatam. After end of Bhagavatam, they became Punarmusika Bhava. So Bhakti Svarūp Prabhupada said this, that after listening of this, all some merged, some they were worshipping to impersonal Brahma, and some became Jogo, some became so-called Panchopasana, like this. After listening Srimad Bhagavatam, means they were not qualified. That's why Sukadeva Goswami was hiding Radharani's name. Why? We should not present everywhere our everything. For example, we are not keeping dollars and jewelry and diamond at the gate. Nobody keeping. Our dollars very secretly we are keeping inside locker so that no one should see. Our jewelries and diamonds, any ornament we have, we are keeping gold, we are keeping in the locker so that no one should see and take and steal. And how we will give everything Radharani and Krishna everywhere to everyone. It is not less than Radharani, less than our jewelry or gems or money, dollars, etc. Nothing in comparison to Radharani and Krishna. So that's why Asradadharne Bimukhe na deyam tadapi nama paradam. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said in Harinam Chintamani, Asradadharne Bimukhe na deyam. Who is Asradadharna? Means who has no taste and faith to listen. And Bimukha, who is not inclined towards Krishna, Guru and Vaishnava. We should not give Harinam to them. One who gives, he will commit offense, nama offense. Whether he is a guru or a disciple, whoever may be, he will suffer in with nama offense. It is explained by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Harinam Chintamani. It is coming one of the 10 offenses of nama offense. Asradadhane bimukhe jopo namopadesa. Means who is asradhana? No faith, not interested to listen, not interested to receive, but forcibly we are giving to get money or to increase number of disciples or to any material desire for any selfishness, then we may get this, but we will commit offense, nama offense, and that is improper. Disciple cannot be also benefited. Then how to do? First we should create the faith and qualify them. Then we should give Harinam. Otherwise, giving this Harinam is like a valuable gem, and putting the valuable gem, if we give the valuable gem to an ignorant infant child, he will throw to the garbage. And valuable gem, he does not know what is the value. He will think like a small piece of glass. So he will throw to the garbage. Similarly, if we will give forcibly to an unqualified person Harinama for our material profit and fulfill the material desires, then he will also commit offense in Harinam, and who is giving, he will commit offense because he is not following 10 Nama offenses. So we should not present or put everything our valuable gem, that is Krishna Nam, Radha Nam, which is very secret. And Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Prabhupada said, taking the proof from Srimad Bhagavatam of Chatushloki, that Rahasyam, Radharani's name, Krishna names are Rahasya, very secret. So we should not make it so easy. And although we will try to make so easy, it is impossible. It is our only speculation. Why? Because by our mundane consciousness we cannot reveal this. Only Madanugraha, by my mercy. So first of all we should try to please Gurudev. First of all we should try to please Vaishnavas, Krishna, Radharani, Mahaprabhu. By their mercy it will be very easy. We should not be worried. It may be today also possible. It may not take one life. It is organized for minimum 3 lives. But if causeless mercy in this life, we may have some realization. Possible. Which is looking impossible, but possible. But we should please them. Why? Because when Narada was there, Narada was able to see one glance. Similarly, we can have opportunity of looking Radharani and Krishna if they are merciful. So how mercy will come? We should try to please them. And what is the process? Jiva was saying clearly, explaining in Krama Sandarbha. But we don't follow, that's why problem is coming. And we are becoming Sahaja. Before was no more Sahaja, less quantity. But when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada disappeared, then Sahajism started more. Before that was more. When he appeared, he strictly caught everything. That's why all Sahajas, they were hiding. They were unable to come in front of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. When he disappeared, some years his disciples, they continued. After that, till now we are continuing. When our Guru Vargas they disappeared, like A.C. Bhakti Swami Prabhupada, Śrīdhara Mahārāj, our Guru Maharaj, Narayana Maharaj, all they disappeared. Now you see Sahaja increasing. Why? This is ignorance. This is ignorance. Because they don't study scriptures in detail as it is. Clearly, Jiva Goswami mentioned how to attain the qualification of at which stage, which kind of qualification, which kind of realization. And we don't study ourselves. We are only listening, and listening also not from bona fide source, who are speculating, who are manipulating, and who are manufacturing also. So we are listening and we have no source, we have no steadiness, no confirmation. Oh, we are only listening and believing, and we are being cheated. That's why you see now more Sahaja is increasing. But if we follow strictly our acharyas, our Guru Vargas, like I was looking in Italy in my one devotee's house, that is in Gauramandal, Gurudev wrote one book about Sahaja.
5 essential.
Yes. No, it's SS, no, or other one is. No, before was about Vaishnavism and Sahaja. After that, they added something and revised. What is the name of the book? No.
The soul, something.
True sentiments of the soul.
Yes. True sentiments, no, the other one something.
Discerning the true sentiments
Yes.
of the soul.
Yeah, this one. There you Gurudev everything spoke about Sahaja.
They don't like this book, they don't like.
Because truth is bitter. Truth is bitter. Truth is always bitter.
But sweet to the bhaktas.
Sorry?
Sweet for the bhaktas.
Yes. But who are not following, for them it is bitter.
Very bitter.
But although bitter, you cannot stop this. Truth is always truth.
Yes.
We may not follow due to our weakness. That is different. But truth is always truth. And Gurudev presented why? Because it is presented by our acharyas. Jiva Goswami clearly spoke in Krama Sandarbha that how we should practice. Then automatically how will you qualify? He spoke in Krama Sandarbha, Tatra Jadyapi Eknadapi Vyutkramenapi Eknapi Vikranamapi Siddhyati Eva Tathapi Prathamah Namnah Sravanam Chitta Anta Suddhikaranartham Apeksham. Means, although in devotional path, Prahlad Maharaj spoke, there are 9 limbs of devotion, and one limb is sufficient, but we should know how to practice this. Jadyapi eknapi, only by one limb, Vitkramanapi, if we are missing something also, Siddhyati, we can get perfection. But still, how to attain perfection, the sequence, the krama, the serial steps, we should know. What is that krama? Tathapi prathamaha, means first of all. First of all, namnaha sravanam. First of all, we should listen Nam, Harinam. First we should listen Harinam. Then one may ask question, why? Antakarana Suddhyartham. One who does not listen Harinam, his heart cannot be purified. If you know Harinam, that's why Sahajism. Sahajas, what they do? Today come, you are this manjari. Then tomorrow he is becoming Guru and giving you are this manjari. They never listen Harinam. Today came, tomorrow Guru. And he is not, he is thinking manjari and giving manjari others. So how it is possible? Where is the proof? They did not study Jiva Goswami. They did not study the scriptures. This is only speculation. They cannot prove anywhere. This is only speculation. Because Jiva Goswami strictly spoke, Prathamaha Namnaha Sravanam. First of all, we should listen transcendental Harinam. As more and more we will Harinam listen, then more and more our heart will be purified. And why Harinam we will listen? Antakarana Shuddhyartham. Our Antakarana means heart will be purified if we listen Harinam. That's why our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Kirtaniya Sadahari. If we will chant and listen Harinam Sankirtan, then heart will be automatically purified. Then Cheto Darpana Mardana. Then our Chitta Darpana, the mirror of heart and mind will be purified. If we don't listen Harinam, then if we try to remember Lila also, that Lila become stupid. If no Harinam, material become, because no, in this contaminated heart you cannot digest this. Material desire will come. When you remember Radharani, you will, because you did not see Radharani, how she is. Then you have to take someone, some beautiful girl of this year. Oh, maybe Radharani like this. So to whom you are loving, you will think, oh, Radharani is so beautiful like her. So which is offensive. Because you have no realization of Radharani. You did not see. And in this contaminated heart, Radharani will not reveal, will not appear. So you have to speculate. And where you will speculate, which you have experienced. You have many experience of beautiful girls. So to whom you are loving more, you will think, maybe Radharani is so beautiful like her. Then you will remember always, your image will, that image will come to your mind. Then your material desire will come. Why? Antakarana Ashuddham. Heart is not purified. That's why Jiva Goswami said, Prathamaha Namnaha Sravanam Antakarana Shuddhyartham Apekhyam. That's why we should listen first Harinam. As more and more Harinam we should listen, then Antakarana will be, heart will be cleansed. Then what will happen? Shuddhe Chantakarane. When we will listen more and more, that's why we should listen more and more Harinam from Guru Vargas and senior Vaishnavas, pure Vaishnavas, and under their guidance we should chant and we should listen also ourselves. Then as more and more we will listen Harinam Sankirtan, whether Harinam songs, prayers, and Harinam Mahamantra, any Kirtan, as more and more we will chant, then more purification. Then heart will become very pure and more automatically reveal. Yesterday I was speaking, Lord Krishna spoke to Uddhav in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, Yatha Yathatma Parimrujate Asu, Tatha Tatha Pasyati Vastu Sukham. As more and more our mind and heart and soul will be cleansed, more and more subtle philosophies will be revealed automatically. And Krishna can appear, Radharani can appear automatically. Then you can see as Radharani is, as Krishna is. No speculation necessary. But now if you artificially try in contaminated condition, you have to speculate only. Why? In this heart Radharani will not appear. Shrunatam sa katha Krishna punya sravana kirtanam. Hrudantastha hyavadrani vidhunoti surusatam. We have to listen Harikatha. We have to listen Harinam. Then heart will be cleansed. If no Harikatha listening, no Harinam listening, and try to listen, remember past time, impossible. This will only speculation. And after that, so many problems will come. This is the root cause of Sahajism. And I have one glance experience that one of the Babaji, who was very close friend of our Guru Maharaj, so he was coming to our temple. One day he spoke himself, although he was a Babaji. He spoke himself to me, oh Śrīdhara Mahārāj, do you know what did happen now? There was one our Babaji Maharaj who stayed 36 years in Kamyavan. 36 years in Kamyavan. And he was doing bhajan. But when he was 60 years old, 36 years he stayed in Kamyavan and doing the Ashtakali remembrance, like in the mood of Sahajism. Then when he was 60 years old, at that time her material desire came and left everything and married. If he is really Manjari and he was really in pure heart remembering, how he married again? Impossible. A real pure hearted person who is really realizing, then he will never marry again. Why? Dehasmriti nahi jar sansar ko kahantar. Dehasmriti nahi jar sansar ko kahantar. One who is purified condition, real qualified, he will have no bodily conception of life. So when you are thinking I am this body, Then if you are a female body, you will think I am female. If you are a male body, you will think I am male. Then material attachment will come to gratify the senses. But when you are pure-hearted, you will beyond the bodily conception of life. So no sense gratification will come. Only desire will come to gratify the senses of Krishna and his associates. So this is coming means impure heart. After 60 years old, which is old, who crossed the limit of marriage. And that time he is trying to marry, already married also. And since then, this is inside my mind. And wherever this coming, this example I am giving. Because it is proved, I am witness. He spoke himself to me. And that is also in Vrindavan, in Seva in our temple he spoke. Why? Because we don't follow strictly.
Sometimes people say though, what about apichetsu duracharo? When sannyasis fall or brahmacharis like this.
Which? Oh, apichetsu duracharo.
Yes, this verse is quoted so much in connection with something like this, especially with sannyasis or anyone who has renounced everything. You hear this verse too much.
Yes. Once I spoke in Kartik, this. Remember that? Already I spoke. But in Bhakti Sandara, Jiva Goswami clearly spoke. This is not applicable for them who are committing this. Apiche Sudrachara, who has no propensity at all. But due to his previous karma, only sometimes he is bound to commit something, but his ideality, his bhajan, everything is perfect. He has no desire. But in some circumstances, his prarabdha making like this, then that is different. But taking this verse, if we will careless and knowingly we will desire this, then this is not applicable for them.
And we don't rectify.
And no repentance. How? Where is the proof? If one is doing like this, he will repent alone. And in his whole life, he will do only once. He will not repeat again. Never. No second time. If second time, third time repeating means he is not applicable. This verse is not applicable to him. Jiva Goswami completely denied. You take the proof, Bhakti Sandara. He clearly told they are not to be honored by this verse. No. We should not keep him as an ideal to follow him. Whoever may be, in which garb may be. If he does not follow this,
It's an Ananya Bhak.
Ananya Bhag with
Ananya Bhak, then he can be rectified.
Yeah,
Otherwise-
but if no Ananya Bhag, if his desire is going to gratify the sense, how Ananya Bhag? Ananya Bhag means he should not know anything else than Krishna. But if he is going attracted towards others, how Ananya Bhag? This is the proof. Jo mam bhajate Ananya Bhag. So he is steadily worshipping me, practicing my devotion. But by his prarabdha sometime getting, then I will purify him. But if knowingly he is trying, does not listen to Guru and Vaishnavas, does not care anyone, and repeating due to arrogance, then this verse is not applicable for him. Clearly spoken by Jiva Goswami. Those who are very good devotees, but due to the prarabdha it is coming only to destroy the karma, but they have no propensity to do this. And they are not repeating the same again. And they are always repenting in front of Guru and Vaishnava. Please excuse me. And Guru Vaishnava, they are not looking any propensity of repetition. And really they are looking, he is repenting, meek and humble for his mischievous activities. Then it is applicable for them. And he is in Ananya Bhak, he is not deviating from devotion also. Then it is applicable for him, not for everyone. Otherwise it is only, we are taking the advantage of this verse. Yes. Jiva Goswami clearly spoke. I was also thinking this before, because I was also listening all this, and every Vaishnava almost there. No, you should not find out, because Apiche Sudrachara told in Bhagavad Gita. And I was also, when I was new, I was also bound to think like this. But when I studied Bhakti Sandara, that completely disappeared. Because he clearly spoke where we should apply this. Since then, this I clarified about this. This verse is not for everyone. And who is taking the advantage of this, it is not applicable for him.
Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Mahārāj, he pointed out that what Krishna spoke in Bhagavad Gita, this was from Grihastha to Grihastha. But Krishna came as Mahaprabhu.
Yeah.
And his dealing with Chota Haridas was very different.
Yes.
Very different.
Yes.
From sannyasi to sannyasi, renounced order is very different.
Yes. That's why Jiva Goswami said it is not applicable for everyone. Because after Mahaprabhu, Jiva Goswami compiled this. So Jiva Goswami did not allow this. So in Bhakti Svarūp he clearly wrote this. But we are not studying Bhakti Svarūp in detail and we are unable to understand this, so we are taking gross meaning, and gross meaning we are applying everywhere this. And in the name of this verse, we are not taking care of anyone, we don't respect to anyone, we are doing according to our desire and applying the Piche Sudrachar, no problem.
This
like
makes
this.
more sahajya.
And more sahajam, and we are disturbing to the society also. So this should not be repeated and this should not be glorified and approved. Otherwise Jiva Goswami and our acharyas will not be happy. Especially Bhakti Saraswati Prabhupada is very strict. Impossible. Yeah. No. Because we should try to please them. Then, like, if whole world will be one side and Krishna will be one side, I will go that side only. If whole world will be opposite, Gurudev and Vaishnava they will be one side, I will go that side only. This should be our propensity. We should, let them try to do any harm, no problem. We should have strong faith on Guru and Vaishnava. Then nobody can do anything. Hari rakhe mare kiye, mare hari rakhe kiye. If Krishna wants to kill you, no one can protect. And if Krishna wants to protect, nobody can kill. We should have strong faith on this. Rakhi satiti vishwasa, gotrute varam tata, atma nikhepa karpane sarvidha saranagati. So, we should be very sincere to our Guru Vargas, Acharyas, Goswamis, then we are always protected. Whole world may annihilate, but there will be no problem for us. That's why it is said in Brahman Upasamasraya. What is called Guru's qualification? Brahman Upasamasraya. Tasmad Gurum Prapadyeta Jigyansu Shrey Uttamam Sabde Parachanishtantam Brahman Upasamasraya. I am not explaining all, only Brahman Upasamasraya. It means in any condition of this material he will not be disturbed. Then only he is a properly established elevated devotee who can conquer whole world and who can liberate all the conditioned living entity by giving initiation, teaching, etc., association, etc. But if we don't try to acquire these qualifications and only adopt the Sahajism, then we will ruin ourselves and ruin others also. So, Jiva Goswami clearly spoke. Tataha prathamaha namnaha sravanam antakarana suddhyartham apekhyam. That's why we should listen first of all Harinam and Harikatha, so that heart mind will be cleanly. Suddhe chantakarane rupa sravanena tadudaya yogyata bhavati. Suddhe chantakarane. When we will listen more and more Harinam, more and more Harikatha, what will happen? Antakarana suddhi bhavati. Antakarana means heart, the core of heart will be purified. And after that, if we continue the Harinam, listening, then what will happen? Rupa Sravana. Automatically, this form will appear. And if we listen again and after listening the Harinam, then heart will be purified. But if we continue listening, then we should continue listening about form. Antakarane, Suddhe Chantakarane. When heart will be purified, then we should listen about the form. So Chante, Suddhe Chantakarane, Rupa Sravanena. When we will listen about the form of Krishna, then what will happen? Tadudayo Yogyata Bhavati. Tadudayo, Rupa Udayo, Yogyata Bhavati. When we will continue our listening about form of Krishna, then Krishna's form will appear automatically. Then we will not speculate at all. How Krishna is, we can see as Krishna is. And that will give you such a realization, no one can attract you. No one in this material can attract you. Huh? Yes, automatically, because heart is purified. But we don't try to follow our acharyas, Jiva Goswami, Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara, our Guru Vargas. Our Guru, they always say, you chant, you chant, you chant. But don't chant. You listen, we don't listen. But we want to listen only Lila. And meditate Lila. How it is possible? Lila is okay, but Now we have patience how it is going on. At last Jiva Goswami will speak. He is not denying to Leela. But no association, no listening. If you direct go to remember Leela, then this will happen what I gave the example. Because heart is impure. So no qualifications. For example, if you keep lion's milk, you cannot contain in any container. Lion's milk is special milk, which is very powerful. You should keep in a golden pot. Otherwise, in any pot you will keep, it will destroy immediately. Lion's milk is such a milk, it will only contain in golden pot. Similarly, this Leela Katha, Radharani, Krishna's pastimes are not less than lion, more than lion. So to contain golden pot like pure heart necessary. In pure heart it will exist very steadily. And if you try to take out also will not go. Why? Pranaya Rasanaya Baddha. Pranaya Rasanaya. Because pure hearted devotees are so elevated that by Pranaya Rasana, Rasana means rope. The rope of love is so strong that Radharani and Krishna are tied. When they are trying to go also, devotees' rope is not letting them to go out. So they cannot go. But in impure heart, if you try to enter also, they will run away. Impossible. They will know, oh, this is contaminated, I don't want to go there. So, Jiva Goswami clearly spoke. Suddhe chantakarane rupasravanena tadudaya yogyata bhavati. When our antakarana will be pure and we will listen again and again about the form of Krishna, then Krishna's form will appear. Our Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Rupasya Spuranam. Automatically Krishna's form will appear, Radharani's form will appear, Gurudev's form, all will appear. No artificial speculation is necessary, automatic. And that will last long. And that will give the relation. That is called Paresanubhava. If that Paresanubhava is happening to any devotee, no one can attract in this methodology. He cannot fall down, impossible. After that what will happen? Samyak udite cha rupe gunanam spuranam sampadyate. Samyak udite cha rupe gunanam spuranam sampadyate. After chanting and listening is about form. When form appeared, when again we continue the form and we start the doing listening the qualities of Krishna, then what will happen? Gunanam spuranam sampadyate. Then all qualities of Krishna will manifest inside the heart. We can see how many qualities of Krishna. Now we are only meditating and trying to memorize. But at this stage, how many qualities of Krishna all will reveal inside. No need to count. Automatically one after other will come.
Krishna means here Krishna and...
Sorry?
Krishna qualities means here Krishna and Krishna's associates.
All.
Radharani.
All, everyone. Krishna is Upalakshana. Like, here Krishna means Upalakshana. It does not mean only Krishna. Like king. When you are saying a king, it does not mean that only one king. Because king means there should be kingdom. There should be queen. There should be minister. There should be armies, soldiers, and citizens. Otherwise, if no kingdom, how he is king? Without kingdom, how one is king? Similarly, without associates, how all will qualities? First Krishna will come, then automatically one after other will come. But first Krishna, then associates will come. How? Now he is saying, Samyak udite cha rupe tad gunanam sparanam sampadyate. When rupa form is appearing in the core of heart of the devotee by continuous practice of listening non-stop, then the qualities of Krishna will appear inside the heart. Then sampanne gunanam. When all qualities are appearing in the core of heart, then what will happen? Tat parikara vaishistya tad vaishishyam. Then parikara, then associates will come. Parikara. Then Krishna, after that his parikar, Radharani, Nandadasada, Siddhama, Subala, Soko Krishna, Arjuna, and Lalita, Visakha, Chitra, Champalata, Indrekha, Rangadevi, Sudevi, Rupamanjari, Annamanjari, Vilasan, all will come one after that.
Prabhupada explains in Jai Vadarana that first we will have darshan of Gurudev.
Already we have. This is practical.
In his transcendental form.
That when we are parikara already come. First we have to chant. Before chanting, no will come.
After the chanting.
After chanting, after listening, first listening, then chanting, then this will come.
Shravanam, then
Yes.
Varanam, and then
Yes.
Smaranam.
Jivoswami is speaking clearly that Sanskrit was I am explaining. You pay attention, then you understand. What he said. Samyak udite rupe. When form appear, then gunanam spuranam sampadhyate. Then qualities will come. Krishna. When Krishna's qualities came, sampanne gunanam spuranena. When Krishna's qualities coming and manifesting inside the heart, then tat parikara vaishishtya. Parikara. Then his associates will come. After listening again and again, if we listen Krishna's qualities again and again, and when it is manifesting, and if we continue his associates listening. So we should listen first, associates kirtan faster, and listen about his glories, about his name, form, qualities. As more and more we listen, automatically by continuation of this devotional practice of listening, then spuranam bhavati. Automatically all associates appear. Then tat parikara vaishishtya tad vaishishtam. So then we will know what are the different gradation of different associates of Krishna. Means who is Radharani, who is Lalita, who is Vishaka, who is Chitra, who is Sampalata, who is Indulekha, who is Rangadevi, who is Sudevi, and who is Rupa Mandiri, who is Rati Mandiri, who is Vilas Mandiri. All one after other will come. Parikara vaishishtya, vaishishtya, what is difference, speciality, comparison, all will come. What is whose service, what who is doing, all this come. Then tataha tat nama rupa guna parikaresu spuritesu. After that, if we continue listening about name, tataha means after that. Tesu, kesu means parikaresu. Kesu parikaresu, nama rupa guna lila tat parikaresu. Nanda Baba, Jashoda, Lalita, Vishaka, Sridhama, Subala, Krishna, all parikaresu. Means all associates. Spuritesu. If we listen again and again, then automatically it will become spurti. They will appear inside the heart. Then what will happen? Tataha samyak tesu parikaresu spuranam samyak bhavati iti abhipretya sadhana krama kathita. Jivoswami said it is the sequence of sadhana to attain all these. Tadanantaram leelanam spuranam samyak bhavati iti abhipretya sadhana krama kathita. After that, automatically spontaneous pastimes will appear. At that time, you need not think, where is Radharani now? You can know immediately, oh, Radharani is now there doing this. Straight forward will go your vision there. And now I will think, oh, where is Radharani in which direction now? Because now not purified. That's why Jivoswami said, tattaha tesu parikaresu samyak spuritesu. Tesu nama rupa guna parikaresu samyak spuritesu. Leela nam spuranam sustu bhavati iti abhipretya sadhana kramaha kathita. Means this is the sequence of sadhana. Means first we have to listen nama, then after continuation of listening nama, then nama will appear. Then form will appear. If we listen form again and again, then form will lead towards quality. If we listen about qualities, then it will lead towards parikaras, associates. If we continue listening these parikaras, then parikaras appear. After that, the pastime will be spontaneous manifestation. No artificial illness, automatic. You cannot stop this. If you want also, you cannot stop. You see, gopis are very angry. Oh Krishna, why you are playing the flute? Murahara Makara Murali Rabam. Means, oh Murahara means, oh Murari, Krishna. Makara Murali Rabam Ramdhana Samay. Why you are playing your flute? Ramdhana Samay, while you are cooking, at least while you are cooking, you should not play your flute. Below Mangala says, below saying, the gopis are saying, "Oh Krishna, we have one humble request to you. We know that you cannot stop your flute because we know your weakness. You, without playing the flute, you cannot stop. We know. So we are letting you to play. But at least when we are cooking, you should not play." Then Krishna asked, at least when we are cooking, then Krishna asked, "What is your problem?" Because when you are playing the flute and we are going to cook, what to speak about our condition? Even from the wood, water is coming. And if water is inside wood, how wood will burn? So we are very problem. We are facing so many problems for cooking. Our family members, they are becoming very angry at us. What you are doing? What you are doing? Cooking long time. We are very hungry. So Murahara, Maakara, Murali Rabam, Ramdhana Samay. So Krishna is playing the flute and our spontaneous pastimes will manifest. We can see as Krishna is doing at what time all eightfold pastime will reveal automatically. And that will last long for life after life till perfection. Nobody can stop this. And gopis, they want to forget Krishna, they are unable to forget. And we are remembering Krishna, we are unable to remember. Why? Because they are in the highest platform of purity. And we are at the lowest platform of impurity. So, we want to remember, we are unable to remember. We are forgetting very easily. But gopis, they want to forget Krishna, it is impossible. Wherever they are sleeping, going, whatever thing, Krishna is coming in the mind. Why? In pure heart, Krishna will come automatically. Spuranam, automatic spurti will come. So, Jiva Goswami said, Iti sadhana kramaha kathita. This is the sadhana krama, sequence of sadhana. But if we don't listen Harinam, don't listen Harikatha, immediately try to listen or remember the pastimes, it will not last long. Like a lion's milk does not exist in any other pot except golden. Similarly, these pastimes will not exist in impure heart. So we should purify by listening. It does not mean that we will not listen and remember. We will listen, but in proper sequence, so that it will last long, it will not create any problem, it will be favorable and nourishable and relishable. But if we don't follow the sequence which is given by our Acharyas, Goswamis, then we will have a big problem and it will be converted as a Sahajyajam, which is going on now, it is more. But by this it is impossible. It is only speculation.
We have heard from our Gurudev that when we are chanting, we shouldn't only chant, but we should remember the sweet pastimes of Krishna that we've heard from Guru Varga.
Yes, first you listen.
We've heard something,
Yes.
but in this sequence, here we're only hearing Nam separate.
Hmm.
And some people say, only chant Hari Nam, but don't think of anything. Think of blank white wall, or only see the,
No, that is no.
the name going.
No.
But don't think of anything. Don't think of the face of Krishna.
No,
Don't think of...
No. That is not true.
No.
That is not true.
Some are saying like this.
Some are saying that is different. I am not saying this.
No, I know you're not saying.
Yeah.
But you're speaking about the sequence.
Yes.
First Nam.
Yeah.
Then from Nam, then the Roop comes automatically.
Yeah.
And then from the Roop comes the Gun,
Yeah.
then the pastimes automatic.
Srila Bhakti Pragan Keshav Maharaj also said, Gurudev said that by chanting mantras, automatically our Svarūp and everything will be revealed. Isn't it?
Yes.
That's what he
But
said.
already we are listening Harinam. And if you continue, automatically form will come. Yes. Yes. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Mantratha Chintanam. Mantratha Chintanam, we can remember the which you are chanting his meaning, we can remember also. It does not mean that we will listen and chant and only see white wall. No. We should not think anything else, material. If we remember Radha and Krishna and Mahaprabhu and Guru Vaishnavas, no problem. Otherwise you will become voidism. Yes. 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 Namanami Abhed. Yes. So, means direct we should not go to pastimes. Then if we skip we may not last long, because heart needs purity. So by through sequence, if we continually will proceed, then it will become very stronger. This is the purpose of devotion seeking. It is sadhana krama kathita. It is the krama means sequence of sadhana. By this, whose realization is coming, it will not disappear at all. It will increase more and more.
That is Tadanga.
Huh?
Tatanga.
This is Tadanga. Before was Rahasya, it is Tadanga. Then after that, Jiva Goswami said, Sravanam to Mahad Mukha Ucharitam Tan Mahatyam Jataruchi Nam Parama Sukhadam Bhavati. This listening, when we listen from Mahad Mukharitam, Tan Mahad Mukharitam Madhuvit Charitram, means when we are listening the glories of Krishna from lotus mouth of Mahad Vyakti, elevated devotees, pure devotees, then what will happen? Tan Mahatyam, Bhagavan Mahatyam, the glories of the Lord from elevated devotee, pure devotees, Vaishnavas, then Jataruchinam Parama Sukhadam Bhavati. Who are in Jataruchi, they will feel completely satisfied. But if no Ruchi, then feel inconvenient, no taste, so he cannot sit a long time. Means disqualification. But those who attend the Rati, they cannot stop. Ruchi, no Rati. Rati, what to speak Rati? If Ruchi also came, he cannot stop. Oh, he will desire to listen more and more. That's why Jiva Goswami said, Idam tu Sravanam, this listening of glories of Lord, but not from everyone. Tan Mahad Mukharichanam. This means you should be pure devotee who has no any other desire. What to speak about other materialists. Even in our sadhus also, if we listen from Mahad Mukharitam, then Tan Mahatyam, Bhagavan Mahatyam, means the glories of the Lord, what will happen? Jataruchinam Paramasukhatam Bhavati. Who attend the Ruchi, then for him it will be very extremely blissful. And he cannot stop it. He will, when you say, oh no, more, he will try to listen. But if no Ruchi, because full of anarthas, he may not listen long time. And this Sravanam tu, Tatrapi Sravane Srimad Bhagavatasya Sravanam Sreshta Parama Sreshtam. Among all listenings, Bhagavata Sravan is most highly, extremely Sravan. Means highest Sravan. Parama Sreshta Sravanam. Why? Sri Tasya Parama Prabhavamaya Sabdatmankatva. Because this Srimad Bhagavatam, Jiva Goswami one by one he is mentioning in his Kama Sandarbha that this Tatrapi Sravana Madhye Sravane Sri Bhagavata Srimad Bhagavata Sravana Parama Sreshtam. Bhagavata listening is the highest listening. Why? Because Tasya means Bhagavatasya means of Bhagavatam Parama Prabhavamaya Sabdatvagatma means this Srimad Bhagavatam is a sound manifestation of powerful manifestation of sound representation. So this is called a Sabda Brahma or a Sabda manifestation, Sabda Avatar. So which is very powerful, non-different from Krishna. And Parama Rasamayatva. It is full of transcendental mellows. So this listening will give very power. Why? Because Parama Prabhama, this is very influential. Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. And Parama Rasamayatva, it is full of transcendental mellows. Srimad Bhagavatam Rasamalayam, full of transcendental mellows. So, if we will listen like this, then it is guaranteed that we will attain Prem. No one can stop this. And Tadapi Savasana Mahad Anubhava Mukhat Sravanam. Mahad Anubhava Mukhat Sarvasya Sri Krishna Namadi Sravanam Sri Krishna Namadi Sravanam Sreshtam. Means this listening also Savasana Mahanubhava means same desire. If one has material desire and other karmic, jnani, etc., if we listen, we cannot get the benefit more. Savasana means if one is desiring pure devotion and prema of Radharani or Krishna or Mahaprabhu, and if we listen from that personality, Savasana Mahad Anubhavat, Mahanubhavat means same desire of Mahanubhava, who is great personality, very great realized person, then it will affect a lot. And it is the very powerful fruit. Why? Because Parama Bhagatva, it is very powerful. Bhaga means power, very powerful. So it will inject and peace. It will melt the heart. And if we follow like this, then within few moments of sadhana, prem can appear. Glance of prem. Complete prem will not, but realization will come. Bhagavad Anubhava. Bhakti Parisana Bhava Virakti Anyatra Saisatrika Ekakala. Prapadya Manasa Jathasandasyu Tushti Pushti Khyuda Payanughasam. So if we follow this sequence, then our bhajana is completely steady and protected. And it is called Nishtita bhajana. So if we follow this, then we will be qualified to remember and to meditate and concentrate about pastimes of Radha Krishna also, and everything we can release, everything we can observe. There will be no harm at all, and no problem, no disturbance at all, because it is sadhana krama. It is the sequence of sadhana. But one who does not try to follow this, skip and speculate, then problem. And those who are doing this, they are falling down, and they are unable to last long. What is time? 7:25.
7:25.
Okay. Then proceed more.
Proceed. More.
Before you spoke about Harinam and that we should not share it publicly so easily, that you don't put your jewels at the gate. But Mahaprabhu said, by my order, whoever you meet, wherever you go, tell everyone you meet about Krishna. So this is not only chanting Krishna's name, this is also speaking some of the glories of Krishna. Is this not nam aparad? Speaking the glories of Krishna to unqualified, because we don't know if they're qualified or if they're not qualified when we first tell about Krishna.
Yes.
So how do we reconcile Mahaprabhu's order with this nam aparad?
Yes, sir. We have to reconcile like this. First we have to speak about glories of Harinam. Oh, if you chant, this is and Krishna is Supreme Personal Godhead. He appeared in this college in the form of Harinam. And Harinam, Harinam Kevalam. Kalu Nasteva, Gatiranyatha. About glorification of Harinam, we have to speak first. Create the faith and interest towards Harinam. Then we will let him to chant more, and if he is more interested, then initiation. If he is more attentive, sincere to follow, etc., no offense. But without considering only to increase the number of followers and in the greedy of any material desire, then will commit offense. Like throwing the jewel in the garbage. Well, yeah. But if we create faith and Shraddha, glories of Harinam, if we change his direction from material to spiritual and create the faith on him about Harinam, then no offense.
Only if they're against and you still keep trying.
Yeah. If they are again, he is not ready to listen and blaspheming. If we forcefully give, then offense.
Therefore, there is the stipulation: the disciple and guru should take some time.
That's why in Hari Bhakti Vilas also, Sanatana Goswami said, disciples should test Guru, and disciples should test Guru 6 months, and Guru should test disciples 6 months.
1 year.
6 months at least.
Sometimes 3 years.
Yeah.
For
As more steady.
Marsh, does the guru actually have to study disciple?
Sorry?
The guru, does he actually have to study, take so much time?
If Guru is an expert, he can study easily.
Easily.
It depends upon Guru at what stage he is.
But disciple, he must take time.
Yeah,
6
disciple
months?
will take time
1 year?
because he is ignorant. He is ignorant.
Guru
can study immediately. It depends upon in which platform he is. If he is lower platform, he will take a long time to understand. If he is higher platform, he can study immediately. So it depends. It differs from Guru to Guru.
You mentioned this krama, this process starting with Nam Bhajan. So you're saying the Babajis, the Sahajis, they jump directly to Krishna's Smaran?
Yes.
They're not doing Nam
Yes.
Bhajan?
They are direct in instruct to meditate on Manjari,
Ashtakali
Ashtakali Lila. And they have no Anugatya. Because today they took initiation, they don't stay under guidance of Guru. They will independently travel here and there, they can give initiation to anyone.
And Siddhadeha.
Yes, Siddhadeva.
And they do their service already.
Yes. So they will not do long time with Guru service, Vaishnava service, no. They are independent. Yes. That's why it is creating problem. Sariya Vaishnava Seva Nistar Pejega. Without service, how it is possible? Association and doing service of Guru and Vaishnava.
In ashram.
Huh?
In the ashram
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
Sajjan Maharaj has a question.
In the Kram, first Nam and then Roop,
Roop.
does Thakurji Seva and Archan fall in the category of Roop Smarna?
Sorry?
Does Thakurji Seva and Archan fall? Can one do Nam and also the Thakurji Seva is a form of meditating on Krishna's form?
Yes. Because Dite is non-different from name, non-different from Krishna. So if you remember to see the Dite also, this is form. No problem. If we see to Dite also, okay.
The Archan and Seva.
Yes, this is also okay. If we think other material things, then different. But Krishna appeared in the form of deity also. He is non-different from Krishna. So if we, by our sincerity and devotion, if he will appear, same deity can speak with us. He can appear as Krishna is also. It is possible for him. So for deity, no problem.
Also, we are hearing about hearing. Many times we are telling with attention, concentration.
Yes. Yes.
And also other chants are
Submission.
telling there is two types of hearers.
Yes.
Those who have actually no taste, they're just sitting and they cannot concentrate. And those who are having a real interest, keen interest. Can you tell something about that?
Yes. So there are different categories of listener also. When Gokarna was speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, at the end of Srimad Bhagavatam, Dhundukari was liberated and he took the form of associate. And Lord Krishna's associate from Golok Vrindavan, they came and greeted him to sit in the plane, to go to Golok Vrindavan. Then Gokarna stopped them. Please listen to me. Then Krishna's associates asked him, what do you want? Why did you bring only one plane? Because Atraiva Bahava Santim Srutara Mama Nirmala. Atra, it is in Padma Purana. Atraiva Bahava Santi Srutara Mama Nirmala. Anitani Bimantani Natesang Jugapat Katham. Why did you bring only one plane to go to Golok Vrindavan? I have so many listeners here. Why you did not bring the number of planes according to the number of listeners here? Why did you bring only one?
They can all go in,
Huh?
they can all go in one
Yes. No. If they,
Airbus.
they can, that was not sufficient.
Jumbo jet.
Yeah, no ticket.
No ticket.
So,
No visa.
yes, then the associates of Krishna said, yes, you are right. Atraiva Bhavasanti Srotara Tava Nirmala. Gokarna was saying, Srotara Mama Nirmala. Means there are many listeners of me. Yes, we are agree with you. That Atraiva Bhavasanti Srotara Tava Nirmala. We know that you have so many good listeners. We are agree with this. What? Sravanesha Vibhedena, Sravanasya Vibhedena Phala Bhedotra Sanstita. But all listeners did not listen how Dhundukari listened. So, it differs the result. How Dhundukari listened, everyone they did not listen. Dhundukari was listening every day in appropriate time. Before beginning of the class, he was coming. Till end of the class, he was listening. In middle of the class, he was not disturbed. He was listening with attention, concentration and submission. and no other audience they have this. So, phala bhedatra, so result differed. Phala bheda means became different. Then Gokon asked, but I want to take all these listeners also. Then associate said, we have no problem. So many plans are there, but need qualification and visa like this. Then again they have to listen like Dhundukari. If they will listen like Dhundukari, we are ready to bring number of listeners plan. No problem. Then again Dhundukari, again Gokona organized one Bhagavad Saptah again. And this time all listeners they listened very carefully, like Dhundukari. Then again number of, how many numbers of listeners were? Then that quantity of plane came from Golaguruna, they went. And in Padma Purana it is said, how when Lord Ramachandra disappeared from Ajodhya, all inhabitants of Ajodhya went with him. Similarly with Gokarna, all the listeners with same number of planes, they went to Golaguruna. So, result is differing from the quality of difference of listener. Then how many listeners? There are three kinds of listeners. Who are they? One is called Srota. Second is called Sarota. Third is called Sota. Sota. Srota, Sarota and Sota. Huh?
Which book is it?
Huh?
Which book is it?
This is Vaishnavas are saying. Vaishnavas are saying. But in scripture it is said that when we are listening, there are some listeners who are listening without concentration. Means chitta vikha, loy and vikha. Our Vaishnavas and sadhus, they only took this proof and added some commentary. Understand? Because the indication is loy and vikha. Loy and vikha. So here loy is called sota.
Going to sleep.
Loy is called sota. Loyo. Loyo.
Laziness or sleeping.
Laziness, sleeping. When Harinam and Harikatha, then sleeping. This is called loyo. And Bhikhep, sitting, no sleep, but mind is roaming here and there. Not in Harikatha. Only body is present, but mind is roaming here and there. So these are two anarthas. Loy and Bhikhep are two anarthas. So unless we are careful and by attentive listening and chanting, unless we destroy this, it may create problem in the whole life. And in this life, if we are not checking this, it will lead to next life also. So this loy and bhikhep should be destroyed. And to make commentary on this, our sadhus and speakers, they made commentary that there are three kinds of listeners. Due to this loy and bhikhep, it is mentioned in scripture that savadhanataya shrunu. In Padma Purana, before commencement of speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami warned to all the rishis headed by Saunaka in Naimisharanya that Prita Saunaka Chitte te Hyatma Vachmi Vicharjata Sarva Siddhanta Nispannam Savadhana Tayasram. Oh Saunakadi Rishio, means oh Saunakadi rishis, I am going to speak and going to reply your questions. But before starting my lecture, I am requesting you all, Savadhana Tayasram. All of you should listen attentively. That is, with attention, concentration and submission. Then it will inject and it will give proper result. So for this, our sadhus and speakers, they made three categories of srota, so that everyone can understand easily. Because these three, if you speak, it almost everybody is able to understand. What are the three? One is called Srota. Srota means he is a Srota who comes before beginning of the class. And till end of the class he is listening. He, in the middle of the class, he does not disturb at all. With pin drop silence and concentration, attention and submission, he is listening. So he does not lose single point of the katha. So A to Z, beginning to end, he is listening everything and understanding. If he does not understand, he is asking to clarify the doubt. Not in the class. Because in class he does not disturb. So he is and he never comes after beginning of the class. Before beginning, otherwise he will lose the topic. He cannot know in sequence. So he comes beginning of the class and staying till end of the class. And no disturbance, no bicep, no laya in the middle of the class also. He is a Srota, he is number one. And we should become Srota. Second one is Sarota. Sarota what will do? Sarota never comes before beginning of the class. Always after beginning. After beginning in the middle of the class he will come. And after coming, he will see first how is the arrangement. Because he has no relation with Katha. Because Nandagopala Prabhu and others, or Jaya Govinda Prabhu or devotees of here, they invited. So to keep his invitation I have to go. Otherwise he will be unhappy. So then, only to keep the invitation they will come. I am just giving example. It is not to any particular person for understanding. Because by this example you can understand easily what is Sarota. So, Nandagopala Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and all who are staying here and managing, they invited to come to Katha. So I should go. Otherwise they will misunderstand. And if I invite them, they will not come. So if I invite in future for anything for my celebration, then they will not come. So to keep them happy, I should go. But I have nothing in the Katha. To only keep the invitation and to make them happy, I will go. So he has no tension for at what time he is coming. So he will come after beginning of the class. Because he has no intention in the Katha, so he will sit anywhere else. After sitting, he will see here and there. What is the decoration? Oh, this is improper. He should have decorated very nicely. So he will find the fault in the arrangement first. Oh, this screen is not looking good. Maybe this is from India. So he should use one American decoration. So like this, he will find the organizer's fault first. After that, then he will find the fault of audience. Oh, who are they? Then they will find the fault of how many audience there are. Oh, which Maharaj is here? He is which Maharaj? Then someone he will ask Sadhana Maharaj. Okay, Sadhana Maharaj, but why is sitting like this? Then after this, then he will see to, oh, which Maharaj he? He is Padmana Maharaj. But Sadhana Maharaj is with different cloth and he is with different cloth. Why? So he will find the fault in Maharaj's first. Then he will see the audience. Oh, audience are not, there is no more audience, very few. Means the organizer did not arrange properly. Like this he will find faults of audience. At last, when finish everything, then he will go to speaker. Oh, speaker, what he is speaking? I don't understand anything. He does not know how to make understand the audience. So like this, he will find the faults of organizer, audience and speaker from beginning to end. So he could not get anything here in the class. So he is called Sarota. So he came just to accumulate the offense only. So we should not become Sarota. Because he only, from beginning to end, he is criticizing only. So he could not benefit himself. So we should not become Sarota. And third one is Sota. What is Sota or who is Sota? Sota is he who will come sometime beginning of the class, sometime beginning, sometime middle. So he has no time fixed also. But whenever he will come, he will see first where is the pillars or wall. Pillar or wall he will find. Yes. Why? Because in the pillar and wall, very easy to sleep. So after coming and sitting, 5 minutes, 10 minutes or at best 10-20 minutes, he will listen. After that, nice, because unable to understand or due to carelessness, drowsiness, he is sleeping. When he will sleep, but after end of the class, when speaker will speak, Ol Nandini Srimati Radha Rani ki. When this sound will come, he will wake up. And immediately to excuse himself, he will ask to the nearby audience, "Oh, very nice Harikatha." So that no one can understand that he was sleeping. Because if he does not speak anything, then all will, "Oh, you came only for sleeping." Then audience will criticize to him. So to save himself, before criticizing anyone to him, he will ask, "Oh, very nice Harikatha, very nice Harikatha." Then he will ask, "Did you understand?" "Yes, very nice." But what did you understand? Understand, but it is difficult to speak. Very, very good feeling. Like this, so he is called Sota. Sota also good. Sota also good, because why? If one is sleeping at home, then it is not good. Coming in the class, sleeping in the class also beneficial. Why? Some Harikatha will go inside. Yeah. So Sota is superior to Sarota, and Sota is the best one. So one who will become Srota, he will attain 100% result. And Dhundukari was Srota. So who will become Srota? For him 100% result in every Harikatha. So we should try to become Srota, no Sarota. No Sota also. If no Srota possible at the beginning, if Sota also no big problem, but no Sarota. Because Sarota is always harmful and dangerous. It will accumulate the offense. So, but we should try to become the Srota. Then in every Harikatha we will be benefited. So these are the varieties of listeners. So according to the different quality of listeners, the fruit also differing.
Oh, now we have a new phenomena. I want to ask you in which category of these three this new listener is.
Yeah.
He has a smartphone and he's texting, writing text, communicating. What category he is?
This is not in even Srota, no Sarota also. He is fourth category coming.
category.
That will be Sota Maharaj.
Sota no. He should sleep.
Sleep. This is text.
He should sleep. Huh? He should sleep. Sota means sleeping. Yeah. Smartphone no need now.
Smartphone.
Yeah, smartphone is not needed.
Smartphone makes
You
you
should all
dumb.
leave smartphone there.
Yes,
Like this.
keep and put only, no problem. But not engaged in always in the class.
Taking notes.
Ah,
They're taking notes, but they are texting.
Yeah.
We're just taking notes.
Happy.
that will not give the concentration. Yeah, lose the concentration.
You mentioned that one should not ask questions during the katha, but after. I know I have the tendency to ask questions during the katha.
This is no harm, no
that's
harm.
clarification.
Yeah, no harm. If you ask also, no harm.
Otherwise you
It
lose
is
the
okay.
point.
Because in our acharyas and ancient sadhus, they ask a question. Parikshita Maharaj was asking, no problem. But at the end of the class, then it will be more time to ask. And you have more time to listen also.
But during the class, then all can benefit.
Yeah, when, yes. So asking no problem. Asking questions no problem.
But it should be proper question.
Proper. Why?
To the point.
Yes.
To the point. Why? When Parikshita Maharaj was asking questions before the beginning of 10th canto, then Sukadeva Goswami was satisfied. Then he immediately glorified Parikshita Maharaj. Vasudeva Katha Samyak Vyavastita Rajan. Samyak Vyavastita Buddhi. Oh, Rajan means, oh Parikshit, your buddhi is properly established. Very perfect intelligence. Why? You asked Vasudeva Katha. Jajjata Nashti. Vasudeva Kathayante Jajjata Nashti Girati. Samyak Vyavastita Buddhi Tava Rajasi Satama. Vasudeva Kathayante Jajjata Naistiki Rati. Why? Because your Nishtha is in Vasudeva Katha, in Krishna Katha. And whose attention is in Krishna Katha, we should understand that his intelligence is properly established. If anyone's intelligence or attention is going to other topics, other Katha, gossiping or material things, then his intelligence is improper. So here Sukadeva was certifying Parikshita Maharaj that you proved yourself that your intelligence is properly established. Why? Because you asked about Krishna. So Vasudeva Katha Prasna Purushantin Punati Vai Bhaktaram Pruchakam Srotran Tatpada Salidam Yatha. Vasudeva Katha Prasna Trin Purushan Punati. One who is asking questions about Lord Vasudeva or Krishna, then he is purifying 3 persons. Only by asking question, 3 persons are benefited and 3 persons are purified. How? Tatpada Salilam Yatha. Like lotus feet water of Krishna, which is called Ganga. Ganga is purifying 3 worlds. In celestial planet, Ganga's name is Mandakini. In the name of Mandakini, Ganga is purifying celestial planet. And in this earth planet, name of the Ganga is Ganga. So purifying this planet. In lower planet, name of the Ganga is Bhagavati. So like Ganga purifying 3 worlds, similarly the Katha Ganga, Harikatha Ganga also purifying 3 persons. Who are they? Bhaktaram, who is speaking, replying the question. Pruchakam, who is asking the questions. And Srotrun, who does not ask, who does not speak, just by sitting listening the discussion. What the question was asked and what the speaker is replying. Only is listening the discussion. These 3 are also purified. So questions are welcomed in scripture also. And not only welcomed, glorified. But Vasudeva Katha Prasna. Not only so-called only stupid logics, arguments.
Yes. Long questions.
Not long. Vasudeva Katha is long. Many questions long also no problem. It should be Vasudeva. Long question no problem. But should be only Vasudeva Katha Prasna.
Not mundane.
Not mundane. Mundane is not glorious. It is waste of time. So long question no problem. There is big list of questions in Bhagavatam.
All questions.
All questions.
All questions.
All
questions.
answers.
Yeah, questions and answers.
Parikshit Maharaj.
Oh, Maharaj.
Parikshit Maharaj is Shrota.
Yeah. So, Maharaj one.
Shrota.
Parikshit Maharaj, Shrota.
You mentioned your Guru Maharaj had a friend who was a Babaji and he would come and hear Harikatha at the mandir. So, can we understand that some of the Babajis are okay, they're not the Sahajas, but there are some Sahaja Babajis because sometimes they get blanketed, they're all bogus.
Yes, not all Babajis are Sahaja. There are some Babajis who are very ideal. Yes, who are very appreciating to Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara and Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Honoring. I have many Babajis who are very ideal, glorifying always Bhakti Thakur, Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara, even singing their songs. And they chant Maha Mantra also. So they are respectable.
And they know very deep
Yes,
Siddhanta.
they know deep Siddhanta also. So not all Babajis are Sahaja.
Can you explain the difference between Sahaja and Apakrit Sahaja and Prakrit Sahaja?
Yes. Sahaja means very simple. Natural. Sahaja means natural, or Sahaja means very simple. Sahaja means very easy. Sahaja means natural and easy. Means those who are thinking, oh, Radha Krishna pastime to become mandir is very easy. They are also Sahaja. And Prakrita means those who are thinking Radha Krishna in their mundane platform, in Prakrita. But Radha Krishna, they are in Aprakrita stage. But in their speculation, they are bringing them in the Prakrita stage. And in this Prakrita, material mundane body, they are imitating. They are called Prakrita. Other? Aprakrita. Aprakrita Sahaja, no. Prakrita Sahaja. Huh? Oh, this about them. They are Aprakrita, not Sahaja. We are using that. They are spontaneous. You can use, no problem.
Krishna is called Sahajya Suhasa. He laughs and jokes very naturally.
Yes, yes, that type of Sahajya is wanted. Yeah. Aprakrit. Aprakrit Sahajya we should become. No problem. That is needed. Yes, Aprakrit why? Because by this Aprakrit mood, this all will become Sahaja. Means easy. Very easy. Like what Jiva said, if we go through this sequence, it becomes very easy. Without any problem. So our Goswami Acharya Guru they are Aprakrita.
In this list of, I think it's 13 Sahajya Sampradaya.
Yes,
that Srila
yeah.
Bhaktivinoda
Yeah.
Thakur,
Apasampradaya. Yes, Aul
one
Baul
of
Karta
them
Bhaja.
is Sahajya.
Yes.
Now, who is calling? Are these people, they themselves are calling, we are the Baul Sampradaya, are they telling? Or Bhaktivinoda Thakur is naming them?
Some are saying them. Some are saying themselves. Because they are like Baul Sangita, Aul Sangita. They are saying we are Baul also. All are not saying. Some they are saying, and some Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada also, they indicated and named them. After looking their symptoms and activities, he gave them this in this category. For example, Gauranga Nagari, they don't say. No. But they are acting like they are using Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a Nagaro. And themselves they are thinking as a Nagari. So Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Bhagat and Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave them name as a Gauranga Nagari. Because they are making Mahaprabhu as a Nagaro. And themselves as a Nagari, which is improper.
What is
Nagaro and Gauranga Nagari. Nagaro means a hero. Actor or hero.
Gopis of Mahaprabhu.
Yes.
Amorous
Yes.
hero.
And thinking themselves as a gopi and making Mahaprabhu as Krishna. So they want to do like gopis. Which Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Saraswati and Bhaktivinoda Thakur rejected this and gave the name Gauranga Nagari.
So in the case of Sahajya, who has given the name? They or
No,
Acharya?
our Acharyas gave.
Okay.
Acharyas gave them.
Because I thought that sometimes, because Sahaj also means natural, I thought that they themselves sometimes call, no, we are the Sahajya because we are naturally remembering spontaneously Radha Krishna Leela, like this.
Yes, that's say, but our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada and Bhakti Thakur added Prakrita Sahajya. Prakrita Sahajya. So they used Prakrita Sahajya. Prakrita Sahajya there. Because in this body, they are bringing Radha Krishna in their material body, in Prakrita stage. But Radha Krishna is in Aprakrita stage.
Like someone like Mayabari thinking, I am Krishna. And this is Radha.
Yeah, same.
We are hearing and also we are thinking mostly that Sahajya is another group, like Babaji group or this. But are there also within the Gaudiya like Sangha, Sahajas?
Who will come in this category, whether he is a Babaji, Gaudiya, whoever he will come in the Sahajya group. Who follows the Sahajya process, then he is Sahajya. It does not matter in which sampradaya he may be. It does not mean in which form, in which dress he may be. Who imitates this, he is a Sahajya.
Can you give an example? What will be the criterion of somebody that can be called Sahajya?
Who does not follow...
Say even in the Vaishnava groups around the world.
Who are imitating this, like Babaji they are doing, that process who are imitating, without following our Guru, Vaishnavas and Acharyas, which they taught, when we are skipping and disobeying them, we are speculating and following like Sahajyas, imitating, then although in our sampradaya we do also, we become Sahajya. If we don't follow our Guru's instructions, what our Guru Varga Parampara they taught us, if we will disrespect them and we speculate and follow them also, we will become Sahajya.
Who in the anartha-grasp stage, when completely overwhelmed by sense objects, they naturally, okay, now I shall become, get my ashtadasha bha, my qualities as I am in my Siddha Swarup form with Radha and Krishna. It is artificial to artificially to say, now I shall become. So it's sahajya.
Sahajya. Why? Before bhava stage it is impossible. Before bhava stage it is impossible to come. In bhava stage it will spontaneously manifest. Before bhava stage you cannot know your identity clearly. At bhava stage it will appear spontaneously from Svarūpa Shakti. To attain bhava stage our sadhana is necessary. Till the bhava stage is sadhana bhakti. If you don't practice sadhana bhakti, it cannot manifest. So in bhava stage that will manifest, then it will become bhava bhakti. Then if we continue, then it will become prem bhakti. So without sadhana bhakti, if we speculate, it is impossible. Sadhana bhakti is necessary. Sadhana sadhivaja siddhadehe pavata. If you know sadhana, only speculate and I become gopi, impossible. For this sadhana is necessary. Chanting, Guru Padasraya, listening Harikatha, practicing, do service of Guru and Vaishnavas, and practicing the devotional activities explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. Then Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhasanga, Atha Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti Bhava. Automatically it will come. No one can stop this unless it commits offense. Spontaneously one after other will come. No one can stop this unless he commits offense. Then become easier. Then we are become Sahajya, Aprakruta Sahajya. Aprakruta. By this process. But if we don't follow this, no Adu Guru Padasraya, no Shraddha, no nothing. Direct one to meditate that one without any guidance and listening and without following any rules and regulations of Guru and Vaishnavas, then we are Prakruta.
Yeah, so I mean, even if like in our Guru Vaishnava society, I mean, like somebody who's thinking, well, I'm a gopi already and I want to have my right, even though he's hearing like that, so that's also sahaja. Even with
our Acharya did not say that.
No, but if somebody's thinking like that.
Somebody thinking, then he will come this category.
That's a sahaja. Oh, I have a gopi body and I'm having this relationship like that.
You study Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Rupa Goswami said, devotee does not want to exhibit. He want to hide this.
Keep the jewel.
Yes, because jewel. Well, sometime spontaneously in ecstasy coming out, but he will not declare. He will not announce. He will not announce that I am this and this. No.
But I mean, what I'm saying is like, even when someone's thinking that, oh, I am a gopi.
No, really realized devotee will not say this.
Right. No. So that's also.
It means he did not realize.
That's
only speculating.
That's prakriti sahaja.
Prakriti sahaja. Only speculating this.
Right.
So the first shloka of Upadeshamrita, Vachovegam Manasakrodavegam, our Gurudev Srila Narayan Maharaj, he used to say that this verse is a thunderbolt for the Sahajiyas.
Yes.
Can you shed light on that?
Yes. Yes, this is like thunderbolt. Proof. Because Vacha Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, Uddara Upastha Vegam, Etan Veganjo Visayati Dhiram. Sarvam Pratibha Mimam Sishya. So Vacha Vegam. Vacha Vegam means who is not controlling his speaking. Means if you speak unnecessarily more also, that is also Vacha Vegam. No unnecessarily talking. And they are speaking unnecessarily. That is also Vacha Vegam. And Gurudev also said, Narayan Maharaj, in his commentary, I was studying also, if you speak beyond your adhikar also, that is Vacha Vegam. So this was just saying, so this is like thunderbolt. This thunderbolt. They are speaking, oh, I am this, I am editing this. Beyond adhikara means no Harinam, nothing, only remembering Radha Krishna pastime without any Harinam, without listening. So beyond this adhikar, they are glorifying this also. So when they will follow this Rupa Goswami's verse, it is like thunderbolt. Because they cannot continue this if they follow this. So it is true.
Didn't you once, I think in Vrindavan, you said this is for householders. This verse.
Mostly.
Yes, and then it's after that the other verses pertain to.
Yeah.
They should already have.
Yes, mostly because Bhaktivinoda Thakur also and In his vast commentary, he said mostly it is applicable for householders. Why? All are not coming to renounced order. For example, Vasaveva Upasthaveva is not coming to renounced order. It is only for households. That's why it is the point.
Maharaj, I read the commentaries recently from Bhakti Svarūp and our Guru Maharaj, and they state it is not only for householders. At that time, maybe because at that time there were not many renunciants, yeah. But especially now it is applicable for renounced, because we see so many living in mud, in saffron cloth, but they are not fixed in their bhajan or anything. Yeah, it is applicable for them also.
Maharaj was saying that they have already passed that stage.
At that time, real renunciants.
Yes.
Srila Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara in his commentary says, although Srila Bhaktivinoda says it is for grihasthas and householders, but it is also for renunciants and for...
That's why that time also I felt. Bhaktivinoda Thakur spared this, but that time again I spoke, it is applicable to everyone now.
Yes.
I spoke that time also. Because I studied both also. So nowadays it is applicable to everyone. So nowadays it is applicable to everyone.
Why do they use the word renunciant then?
Sorry?
Why the word renunciant is mentioned then?
Renounce?
Why this word is then used?
It's not used in that.
No, not renounce.
In the
No.
shlok it's not there.
In slok there is not renunciation.
And it's getting late.
8 o'clock. Stop here.
I'll say
Tomorrow will be more.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be more.
Morning walk.
Vansa Galadruja Kripa Sindhu Patitanam Pavane Vaishnavyo.
2 minutes.
Bhajan, Maharaj. Hari Kirtan.
Yes.
Kirtan?
Yes, Kirtan. Kirtan should be at the beginning and ending.
Yes.
Then everyone can wake up.
Yes, every.
Good class.
Yes.
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 CA.Autumn Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara Mahārāj ki
One plane is coming for him.
CA.Autumn Bhakti Vedanta Padmanabh Mahārāj ki
Jai.
CA.Autumn Bhakti Vedanta Bhagavat Mahārāj ki
Jai.
Bhakti Vedanta Sajan Mahārāj ki
Jai.
Jai.